They wanted Jerry to come down and do Spring Break for MTV.
Today's show's about fantasies.
Young, gorgeous girls throwing themselves at Jerry. I was working 4 to midnights as a police officer. They would call me up and say, "We think there might be a problem at the show. Can you come work?"
Settle down.
There you go.
Settle down.
Next day I know, it was like I was running on stage.
It's Jerry and this guy with his kids, and he's raising his kids to be racist.
And this guy really was egging Jerry on.
I hate the evil.
Yes.
I hate you.
Yeah.
And so finally he makes this unbelievably horrible statement.
I got your mom in the trunk of my car.
The whole studio for a second was like,
Jerry just lost it.
I know
You
about 30
shut
minutes.
your face right now.
Jerry got right up to him, and I mean, he really wanted a piece of the guy. When that guy stood up, I think Jerry like kind of looked out the corner of his eye like, "Where's Steve?"
So security leaps up on stage, throws him down on the ground. And once he's on the ground, then I'm going, come on, come on, come on.
The crowd just goes crazy. It's so loud, and the whole studio is rocking. It's shaking.
One time we had this wonderful transsexual on, Brittany, and she tore the place apart.
Brittany just stood up and wham! And the fight was on, and I mean, the whole stage went up.
Steve was just wrestling with her, and Brittany's big. I mean, she lives her life as a woman, but she's pretty built.
The fight just rolled out into the hallway.
Because you can't beat me. So let me go. She was a madman.
The only reason why I knew that the fights were starting to show was because people started recognizing me on the street.
Female fans just started going crazy for him.
I rub my fingers through his hair.
Rub your fingers through his hair.
Hey, there you go.
Back then, we used to tape the shows during the day. Then I'd start my shift as a policeman from 4 to midnight. People would call the police for domestic problems or whatever, and I'd show up at their door, and they'd answer the door, and they're like, "Oh, my God, Steve, what are you doing here? Can we get tickets to the show? How's Jerry?" I'm like, "You called the police because you got a problem, right?"
I never, ever dreamed that I would get to be the Grand Marshal. It was 2.5 hours of non-stop chanting, "Jerry, Jerry."
Jerry, Jerry.
I looked at Jerry and I go, "If I ever hear your name again, I'll kill you."
I'll never forget, Steve Wilkos had been given specific instructions that no one was to stand up, no one was to point in the face of another guest.
Soon as we get home, you pack your damn bags and get out of my house.
I'm looking at the lawyer. The lawyer looks at me. I gotta go up there. I gotta go, "Sir, you gotta get back in your seat."
Sit down now.
Sit down.
Oh, dancer.
I knew then, I was like, ugh, what are we doing?
As long as Jerry wants to do the show, the rest of us will want to do it with him.
Make a wish. 4 more years. There'll never be a show like the Jerry Springer Show.